Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Recording this just at solar noon on June 21st, 2023. So this is probably the highest sun I've ever seen. It's going to be about 80 degrees above the horizon. Because Phoenix is at 33 north. So I think that's the highest sun I've ever seen. I saw a sun this high 2 years ago as well because I was visiting Phoenix at the time. I've never been further south on the summer solstice. I've been to Taiwan before, obviously, but never in the summer. I usually prefer to go during the winter time when it's not burning there. Right now it must be in the 120s over there. But I love recording videos on solar noon on the summer solstice because I like to talk about inclusion, and I think having everybody under the sun together is a great time to talk about that. Now, in about 7 billion years, we're all going to be cremated together up there, so we might as well accept each other for who we are, right? Whether you like it or not, we're all going to be cremated together up there. I hope we can accept each other for eating differences. I don't know why. Lately there's so much discussion about being vegan. I sometimes see people say that if you're going to be vegan, I'm going to eat 5 times as more meat to make up for that, and something. Okay, go harm yourself, but please, instead, why don't we live and let live? Right? You're only hurting yourself by eating in response to what somebody else is eating, right? I would never do that, right? But when I was a kid, people used to have the sense that we can live and let live and eat differently, right? People were vegan back then. People had healthy lifestyles and refused food back then as well. We never made fun of that. People had differences in their relationship status, right? We never made fun. Only today do we start excluding those people, right? Just a whole bunch of nonsense, in my opinion. Speaking of eating, slow down and enjoy your food. I see too many people gobble down food and not get anything out of it, right? There's a lot to be enjoyed. In a lot of other countries, believe it or not, a big way that a lot of countries measure a recession is by how much weight people are losing. Here it's the other way around, right? We haven't even seen what a recession really is, right? Measured in that way. And I think it really goes to show that we have an entitlement culture where recession just means that you can't buy your favorite big screen TV that was released 2 weeks ago, right? Or that you might have to stay away from your favorite restaurant because you might kill an elderly person who has a compromised immune system, right? We call those recessions, right? In other parts of the world, recession literally means you might starve to death, right? So we're not in a recession. I mean, yes, we have to share some sacrifices because we have challenges coming up, but we're nowhere near a recession, right? And I think if we started to accept people for differences in lifestyle, we could work together and come up with novel ideas to better our lives, but we refuse to do that. Imagine, see, I just recovered from long COVID, so imagine the cure for long COVID would be in the minds of somebody who is solosexual or vegan or has a difference in worldview, and you don't give them the time of day to express it, right? And instead, you're going to get long COVID, and so is everybody you know and love, just because you want to exclude this one person and a bunch of other people like that person. And imagine that it's not just long COVID. Imagine the cure for cancer. Imagine the idea for how to create chemical element number 119, which might be useful in nuclear medicine. It's in the heads of somebody that you want to exclude, right? That's very possible, right? Because the number of people we exclude is so huge. I guarantee one of those inventions is up there in the heads of one of these people, right? All right, this is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.